Namaste, Hari Om. My name is Rajendra Pandey. I'm the president of Vishwa Hindu Parishad South Australia and a national spokesperson of VHP Australia. Today, we are going to have a session with the organizers of World Hindu Congress 2023. And I'm fortunate enough to be one of the coordinators of one conference out of seven, that is the Hoda Conference in World Hindu Congress. And I would like to use this opportunity to share what the World Hindu Congress is all about. We all have heard about World Hindu Congress, and I've been talking about it to a lot of our community members. And you all must be wondering what's happening and why is this big noise about all Hindus congregating in Bangkok? And a lot of people have asked me questions about what are we going to do there? What is the purpose of organizing this? So I thought, who better to talk to you about this than the people who are actually organizing this? So today, we are lucky to have among us Raju Manwani ji, who's the secretary of the World Hindu Congress, right here with us on Zoom. So Raju ji, namaste and welcome.
Namaste ji. Namaste ji. Nice to
And
be here with you, Rajendra ji.
thank you, Raju ji. Thank you for taking out time. And as you could see that Raju ji has three other team members with him. So Raju ji, can you please introduce us to your team members here?
Surely. I'd like to introduce Nagraj Prasad ji. He is handling our registration process and is also our tech and IT wizard. So all the technical items that are needed to be there done, plus the registration, handling all the registration, everything is done by Nagraj ji. After that, we have Biren Parekh ji. Biren Parekh ji is an event planner. So naturally, his expertise rests in handling venues. So he'll be in charge of handling the venue of our congress, and also the looking after hotels and other such logistics. Rakesh ji is our dynamic young man, and he's handling along with Birenji the venues, hotels, but he's also has independent charge of transportation of the delegates and the speakers, as also the tours. As you will see later, Thailand is a gateway to Southeast Asia, which has a rich and ancient connection with our Sanatan Dharma, and we have plans. Many of our delegates would like to visit places like Angkor Wat and Batu Caves in Malaysia. So he has devised some very beautiful programs that all delegates can take advantage of.
Dhanyawad, Raju ji. So to begin with, we are talking about World Hindu Congress. So what does it mean? Why do we actually organize World Hindu Congress?
Oh, why do we do it? Okay, very interesting question. And this question is something that I think in our generation, at least, everybody should be asking themselves. Why do we need a World Hindu Congress? Basically, let me start by telling you what exactly is a World Hindu Congress. A World Hindu Congress is a quadrennial event. It happens once every 4 years, and it brings seven different independent thematic conferences under one roof. Now, these seven conferences, which are on the economic, education, media, political, these are the four pillars of society. And then we have the three drivers of society, which is the youth, the women, and the organizations, temples. So together, they have a annual or a biannual, depending upon how the situation goes, especially with COVID recently, every year in different parts of the world. But once every 4 years, we get together and they hold it under one, which is actually a very attractive proposition for many people who have different varied interests in Hindu resurgence. And as I keep telling people, we depend upon, we do not, our Hindu Sanatan Dharma does not depend upon strict guidelines. We do not follow a book, we do not follow a prophet. Ours is a continuous learning process. And we do not need to skip a generation or two whereby, we have scope of losing our information base. So we need our youngsters to understand what Hinduism is. And in today's world, I think we Hindus can lead the way with what is becoming popularly known as the world is coming to know about is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world as one family. I think Bharat and our Sanatan Dharma is ready to be the global leader now.
Thank you, Rajuji. So, for example, I'm sitting here in Australia and a lot of my sisters and brothers here. So, what are we looking up to when I arrive in Bangkok? What should I be expecting to learn from this congregation and this 3-day event?
Our aim basically is to realize the full potential of each Hindu. And our mission is to provide a comprehensive platform for all Hindus to work together for justice and welfare for all. Now, how do we go about this? So, we have a panel of speakers on every conference. We have a total of approximately 180 to 200 speakers, and that will be the who's who of the Hindu Dharma, basically. And I'll give you some names in a short while. I don't want to jump the gun now, but listening to these speakers is worth going miles. Each and every speaker in their own right demand a lot of attention just for what they can say and how they say it. Later on, when we come to that, I'll give you some names, and you will know what exactly I mean by this.
Thank you, Rajuji.
So, yeah.
So you mentioned about the venue. Could you please tell us where it is being organized? So I heard someone said we're expecting 2,000, 3,000 people. Where would you accommodate them in Bangkok?
Oh, Bangkok, Thailand is actually one of the leading MICE destinations, and the particular venue that we have selected is called Impact, which is approximately 19 to 20 kilometers from downtown Bangkok and very close to the old airport of Don Muang. But it's a very habited place, a lot of traffic as usual. And uh, we have one particular room where we'll have our opening and closing sessions. That room can accommodate approximately 3,000 to 4,000 people, depending upon the type of seating and the house bigger stage you want. After that, we'll break out into 7 different rooms, and each conference will have their own rooms. Each will have a capacity of 500 to 600, but the main room also will be having a particular conference, and we'll change the seating type, maybe a classroom type or something, which can still accommodate more than 1,200 people, even in with desks and tables and all for people to make notes if they like. So this venue is called at the Impact Convention and Exhibition Center, and like I said, it's close to Bangkok. It's within Bangkok, but just on the outskirts.
Thank you, Rajesh. I'll just go back about attendees. We were talking about 3,000. So where are these 3,000 people coming from?
As you know, you go into every country, you'll find a Hindu there, right? So our target is ultimately 200 countries. So we have people from, but our aim is to get from at least 65 to 70 countries this time, and mainly because we are close to Bharat, so we are expecting a maximum from there. USA and Australia plus Europe are some of the places where we are getting more and more people. There are people coming from Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Pakistan too, in big numbers. So we are looking to have at least about, our target is 3,000 to 3,500. Maybe at 3,000 we'll stop and just allow a trickle in, later.
Yeah. Rajuji, you already built up my anticipation and excitement about the secret. You said you will tell me about the speakers later. So could you please tell me before I can't control myself about who is coming? Who are we hearing?
Don't hold yourself, Rajendra ji. Okay. Firstly, we have Mahant Yogi Adityanath ji, who is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. He'll be at our opening session, most probably. Then we have Mata Amritanand Mai ji. Okay. Then we have the working president of Bharat Sarvashram Sangh, which is Swami Purnatmananda. Then we have Sadguru Bodhinatha Velaswamy from the Hinduism Today from Hawaii, a very learned and respected gentleman. Then we have Swami Gurudev Giri Maharaj, who's the treasurer of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha, you know. And these are the eminent speakers who will be there at the opening of the closing sessions. Now, let me run you through some of the speakers that will be there who you can interact with also. We have Vikram Sampath, Sridhar Vembu, Vishwaprasad Alwa, Swami Mitrananda, Professor Mahendiran Nair, who's from the Monash University, Anand Ranganathan, J. Sai Deepak, Sanjeev Sanyal, Vivek Agnihotri, Sudipto Sen, Vipul Shah, Swati Goel Sharma, Rahul Roshan, Anand Narasimhan, Annamalai, who's our rising star from Tamil Nadu, Karthik Arasu, who's from Australia, Salvatore Babons, also from Australia, Bhumika Modh, who's a writer, Advocate Vishnu Jain, who is the advocate for the Gyan Vapi and the
Yes.
Mathura case. Then we have Nadia Taha, who's a Nobel Prize winner, who's a Yazidi. And we have Fakir Shivaram Kachi from Pakistan. These are some of the names. I mean, I think your program will be too short for me to go through all the
Okay.
names, but I think you get an idea of what we are doing here.
I do. And I think the names are so important that you're right, as you said earlier, that even for one of them, I'm happy to travel to Thailand to hear them and speak to them personally, especially people like Sai Deepak and Vishnu Jainji, who is fighting for our Kashi Vishwanath temple, and Yogi Adityanath ji, anything for him. So I'll definitely be there. But so now, since you got me interested and I want to come to Thailand,
I forgot one name,
okay,
which I wanted to leave for later. Sarsang Chalak Sri Bhagwat Ji will also be attending.
Oh, that was really nice. Thank you. So as I said, you already got me hooked and I'm 100% coming with my family. But how do I register?
I'll ask Nagaraj Ji to take you through this.
Nagaraj Ji, you're on mute.
Apologies. Let me give you a quick overview on the registration portal and what all can be done on the registration portal. So let me share my screen and give you an overview. So when you log into the portal, this is what you see. You see that this is the portal for the World Hindu Congress. And within this, you have a register now link. Now, upon clicking the register now link, you are brought into a page where all your details are captured in terms of your name, your passport, and your identity details, your date of birth, and what category of registration you have. But let us spend just about a few minutes on this main portal. So you have the latest newsletter of the World Hindu Congress that is uploaded here on the top tab. Details of the event, which will have a rundown of the activities for 3 days. Hotel and tour booking, where you can use these links to go down and make your actual booking at the hotels, where we have negotiated rates at accommodation right next to the venue, which is a walking distance from the venue. A page for the sponsors. There is a poster, a call for posters, details about the call for posters activity. A generic Q&A, a discussion site for all the registered members. So any delegate who has registered can opt in to network amongst themselves, and you have a discussion page. And sign in is what you would do once you have a ticket number, so that you can be making modifications or making changes or receiving the ticket yet again once you sign in. But let us now head straight into the registration by clicking the register now button. Now, once you click the register now button, you are taken into a portal where you would be asked for information on what is the category that you are registering under. Are you registering under the women, the men, or the student category? Now, just for purposes of this demonstration, let me take up a category of early bird men. Now, as you would see that this is the early bird pricing, which is applied to all the categories from August 31st, which means 1st of September at 00 hours. These prices would roll over to the new prices that are here. And as I said, let me click on a buy now option. When I click on buy now, you would actually see that it gives me a page to enter my details, my phone number, my date of birth, country of birth, nationality, where do I reside. I need to upload a photograph of mine. I need to upload a passport copy or a valid identity copy, ideally a passport. Also a disclaimer that the passport should be valid at least till May of 2024. The Thai government is very clear that passports need a minimum validity of 6 months upon entry into Thailand. So we are saying that to be on the safer side, have a validity of at least till 2024. We will also ask you which of the 7 conferences are of interest to you, most likely to attend, which is the top priority. We are just asking you this one question. If you need a tax receipt, you can click the tax receipt option here, and then a tax receipt will be sent to you. If you have a coupon code, there are several of our sponsors who have a coupon code to enter. So the coupon code is applied for a discount. And you may choose to pay by a credit card or a debit card. If you're within Thailand, you can choose to pay by an account in Thailand, or a mobile banking, or a QR code based prompt pay in Thailand. But for most of the people who are registering from overseas outside of Thailand, a credit or a debit card option works best. The card number, the validity of the card, the CVV, and the full name on the card. And once you place the order is processed from the backend. Your details are received. It is not an automated ticketing activity. You will, however, get an acknowledgement instantly. Somebody would say that your payment has been received and your order is under process. But as per details submitted of your passport, we will do a quick check on the details submitted by you and whether you have indeed selected the right option for your category of ticket. So if you register under the category of let's say woman or a student, and if you're not eligible for it, then we will come back to you. But if it is a clear order, then within the next 24 hours, you would receive a PDF copy of the ticket that has been issued to you. And that PDF copy of the ticket, and if I may just quickly switch over and show that to you.
So while you're looking for it, so the price just for the Australian audience, the price for men, I think I just did a quick conversion. For men is I think 465 Australian dollars. For women, it's around 350, and for students and young people under 18, it's around $250 Australian. So Nagaraji, yes, please carry on.
Yes. So now you can see that this is the backend of the portal. So what you will receive after you register is I'll quickly open one person's details, and this is what you would actually receive as a entry ticket. Now this entry ticket is very, very critical. This has a barcode by which we will validate this ticket, and the QR code that you see in the center of this ticket is what will be used to gain attendance into the various meeting rooms. So there will be a check-in, check-out process which we'll be using along with this. So this ticket, we are insisting that everybody get a printed copy so that it's easier to scan through and to go through it rather than searching for a ticket on the phone or on the iPad. Against this PDF ticket, you would be issued a delegate identity card, which will be a card with a lanyard that you will hang on the neck when you make your entry into the event. A couple of FAQs which I would like to share on the payment process. Very often we see that the credit card process fails at the first attempt. If your card is not activated for overseas use, we often see that it fails. Some people set a lower card limit. So some people, instead of a $300 card limit, they would have set it for an automatic limit of, let's say, $200. There it fails. But more often than not, for the hundreds of registrations that we have received, it goes through without any issues and the processing happens without any issues. Any other questions that you may have? Typically, we also, within 24 hours of registration, send out this PDF ticket. Along with the auto acknowledgement, people would also receive details on how to get the code of Air India, who have been very generous enough to work with us to issue an event-specific special offer for traveling from Mumbai and from Delhi. So that event code is also sent out to us. So I think the only general thing of interest is to ensure that your passport is valid until May 2024 for entry into Thailand. Many people say that conference is in November and my passport is valid till January. That does not work. Until May of 2024. In fact, there is a delegate from Gurgaon for whom we have actually requested for a passport renewal, because he has been saying that my passport is valid until January, and then we had to explain as to how the entry rules into Thailand work. So he's at this point of time renewing his passport so that he can attend it with a new passport. So that is it from the registration team. There is a very specific email ID that we have, which you would have received. Fairly prompt in responses. Within about 8 to 10 hours of a query, we would have responded to any query that you would have received. Also, my number is published on the WhatsApp channel. So if there is any query that you would have specific to registration, payment, and PDF tickets, please feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nagaraj. So since I've not bought the ticket, assuming that, then definitely the next thing I'll do today. How do I actually get to Bangkok? I have never traveled to Bangkok from Australia. So what are the plans and what is the preferred airline methodology that you have adopted? And where am I staying?
Viren, Rakesh?
First,
Yeah,
for staying, I'll have to Biren, but Birenji, one moment before. Nagaraj just mentioned that Air India has been partnered with us for travel from Delhi and Mumbai. But for you in Australia, I have some good news, potentially good news. We are talking to Thai Airways to allow us especially for our delegates, to allow us a special discount to arrive from different parts of the world, wherever Thai Airways flies from to Bangkok. Now we are still in negotiations with them, but it could take some time. But as soon as we have it, we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated as per the newsletter that we are regularly publishing. Now, regarding the hotels, I'll ask Birenji to give us some good idea about this, please.
for hotels, like we have booked next to the venues. Next to our venue is like Novotel, Ibis, and Centera, and one more Botanic. So you have our link, but Botanic we are handling from our side. So you have to send us the email with the form. You have to fill the form, and then we will get back to you. But especially, I request that who is coming for the conference, please stay around. Because if you want to stay in the city, in the morning, maybe 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour, while you go back, maybe more than that. So it's very chaos and you don't get much transportation while you go back. So better you stay inside and nearby, because Novotel and Ibis is like walking distance, very next to, it's connected to the Impact. So it's very convenient. And the prices are not so expensive. Like per night, it is like, if you want to stay in Novotel, it is around 3,000. Ibis is around 2,000. You can check all the prices in our website. We want you to, because you have to go in the link and then you have to register for the hotel also. And yeah, that's it. So it's very easy process through what Nagarji shows you. You have to go in that link and then you can go do that.
Thank you,
Hand it
Birenji.
over to you.
Thank you, Birenji. So while we are coming to Bangkok, I think Rajuji, you introduced an idea that there are possibly other things of cultural interest that we can actually, and for example, if I'll definitely travel with my family, my mother, my wife, and my son. So since I'm attending the conference, or before and after the conference, what else can we do while we are in Bangkok?
Rajendraji, okay. So as Rajuji was saying that Bangkok is a gateway for Southeast Asia. So we standardize some tour in respect to inbound and outbound. So inbound we have like we have some like in the temples, which is you can say very famous, like Ganesha temple, right? Changchun So. And there are so many like Ayutthaya, that is a heritage city. It's a Siamese capital of Ayutthaya. So and Changchun So is the biggest Ganesha temple. You can say the longest the Ganesha temple in the world. So there are few temples which we can do visit in Bangkok or nearby Bangkok. And outdoor tours for Southeast Asia, that would be a Malaysia tour, that would be a Indonesia, Borobudur Parambanan temple, and then there is a Cambodia tour in respect to Angkor Wat, and there is a Malaysia tour, which is a this is a Batuk Caves. So this all itinerary, if you can see, that is already available on the website, and in that it is clearly mentioned that you can send a WhatsApp if you want to do some tailor-made. So there are 2 numbers which is mentioned over there, and 1 email ID is over there, that hospitality.wsc2023@worldhinducongress.org. Right now, we are not making any group tours in respect to that standardized group tour. But yes, once the people will come here. Those who want to visit a nearby places like Ayodhya, and those who want to club them together. So yeah, this is this one. This is yeah. So then we can club all these tours. But yes, if somebody would like to book proactively for the outbound, so that would make ease their journey. So just send the query on these 2 numbers and put the mail on this email ID. We can immediately attend and we can entertain them as per their choice, as per their itinerary. We can help them to prepare the itinerary.
Oh, thank you, Rakesh ji. I think so, Raju ji, you and your team have put together not only a brilliant program where we get to hear from world Hindu leaders such as Yogi ji and Vishnu Jain, or Nadia Basatahi, the Nobel Prize winner, but you also are providing us amazing place to stay from a stone's throw of the venue. The venue itself, I think I saw online just while we were talking, Impact looks like a palace. And in addition to that, you're also providing a customized concierge desk, helping the delegates look at different cultural significant places of cultural significance in Thailand and around that. So I think I'd have no reason. I wish I could come today and start, interacting with you and stay and enjoy all that Thailand and the neighboring countries has to offer. So any last words, Rajuji?
Yeah, I just like to add to what Rakesh said. See, for all the delegates, we'll have a help desk at the airport. If some people want to take a visa on arrival, there'll be a help desk inside. There'll be a help desk outside at both the airports. There'll be a help desk at every hotel. So if any delegate needs any sort of assistance, we are at hand. And Thailand is known for its hospitality. And rest assured, it will be top grade, top class. Now, about the event proper. See, 2014, it's when the WHC started. That laid the foundation. 2018 in Chicago was building on the foundation. 2023 now in Bangkok is creating the superstructure. This event provides a fantastic opportunity to be a part of history, listen and impact with great thinkers, and model a course of action for yourself, because every Hindu needs to be a part of this, and especially I'll say for the youth. It is very important for our youth to be a part of this because they'll be driving our next generation. Overall, the event should make us feel the grand pride of being a Hindu, which is very, very important after so many years of that our Bharat history has gone through it. This is very important, and we should understand our responsibilities towards our dharma. Now tell me, after all this, would you want to miss it?
No.
Do you want to miss it?
No.
I want to see you all there. Let's hope together we'll do something creative and let history be our judge.
Thank you so much, Rajuji. Thank you, Rakeshji, Birenji, and Nagarajji for all the effort that you're putting together to bring the Hindu community together in Thailand. And thank you for your hospitality. I promise to be there, and I hope we can at least get 200 people from Australia and 3,500 people around the world to Bangkok, and we'll together plan and chart the future for the Hindu community while we are in Bangkok and make history. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Jai Shri Ram.
Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for attending today's session on World Hindu Congress. I hope you all found it useful. Few points I would like to rehash: that the registration fees that we were referring to, 10,700 baht for men and for women and students, that is only the registration fees. That excludes accommodation and airfare. However, registration fees includes attending any of those 7 conferences, lunch and dinner for 2 days, and lunch on the 3rd day of the conference. And even then, it's quite a good deal. Also important to note that the delegates who are arriving in the airport will actually have a special dedicated lane for World Hindu Congress delegates. And this facility is usually around, I'm told, 1,200 baht that you have to pay for if you want to go get an easy access. And the World Hindu Congress delegates will have access to these fast lanes for immigration clearance. So as we've heard already that there is no reason for us not to be there, and let us all go together to Bangkok to listen and hear about the future of the Hindu community around the world from our leaders and collaborate and talk about how we can chart the future of our next generation in the next century. Hari Om. I'll see you at Bangkok. Namaste.